Check, check.
Checking 1, 2, 3. Sounds pretty good.
Yep. Why does it say upcoming? This should be right. It does this bullshit sometimes. Where it's saying that it's an upcoming video.
Take this hat off. All right.
I don't know why it's saying upcoming though. Let me share this though. Yeah, it says we're live. Yep. Share it to X. Boom. Snapchat. Okay.
I like to suck on air titties and jerk off air dicks when we're waiting.
Hell yeah.
Never know what ghost you're jerking off.
All right, I'm going to hit record on the Audacity. Then
Yeah.
we're straight to go. And we are live. Tony Cruz, how the hell are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing good, considering, crazy week, losing the cat, Skankfest, have not been back on stage, but we're here and we're queer. What else can you ask for?
Hell yeah. I'm in a good mood. I like it. No, dude, it's chill. Dude, Skankfest, holy shit. I wish I could have went. It looked dope. Did you watch the naked roast battles?
Bro,
I had a friend in that.
Who was your friend?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn. Okay,
Yeah.
wait.
She was in either she was in it or she was like a part of the crew or something.
Yeah, unless I missed hers, I don't think she was in it.
She was with the Arizona crew.
Yeah, I met her, and I know her now. But I watched all of the naked
She's pretty
roasts.
funny.
Yeah, except for one, because I had to piss and I left, and then I didn't go back because it's fucking chaos to get around. But okay, Danner's here. What's up? So, watching all the dudes in the naked roast, I would consider doing it now because in my head, self-conscious, I'm like, my dick's not that big. I don't want everyone to see it. I have a fucking hog compared to some of these guys. Like, some of the comics had made, like, I've never felt more absolute just, thinking highly of myself.
Yeah.
And more confident in my penis size than after Skankfest 2024 in Las Vegas. Some of those one dude, I won't even say his name because I like him, but his dick was so small he had nothing to lose. Like, pun intended. Like, sometimes your dick is so fucking small, like, why the hell not? I'll just walk out in front of everybody. That's how tiny it was.
It looked like a labia.
Bro, it was a literal micro penis. Like, it was like, people throw that around. I swear to God, it's like a medical deficiency. Like, he has some, like, absolute ailment. I don't even know what to call it, but his dick was smaller than, like, a newborn baby's. I don't even know how to explain it.
Do you think that's genetic? Like, do you think that comes from your, like, from your DNA? Or do you think that's, like, just...
I don't know. Is it because your dad has such a small dick or your grandfather?
Yeah.
I don't. This was so small, it felt like medical. Like, it felt like something is going on here.
Who knows?
So, but the thing with the naked roast is, a lot of people don't want to do it for, various obvious reasons, but you get like a shoe in to Skankfest if you do it. So they're like, okay, you don't even have to pass the actual submission format where they will evaluate your tape and accept you or not. They're like, oh, you want to get naked in front of 600 people? Boom, you're in. So it's a thought. It's been crossing my mind a little bit.
You gonna do it?
Maybe not.
No.
I don't know. I want to get in officially. Honestly.
I'd do it in the kilt because I'm already up there naked.
Yeah, that's true. You perform in a kilt all the time. But you have to get full blown naked anyway, though. So I mean,
just flash them when it's appropriate.
Hell, you might as well do it.
Yeah, I'd do it. I think it'd be fun.
And here's the thing too, Celia and the other comic. What the hell's his name? Dennis, they had the roast of the fucking weekend. And it felt, maybe I shouldn't say this. It felt good hearing them use some of the roasts that I gave them absolutely fucking crush. Because we were up till like 5 a.m. the night before. And I helped both of them. And they came up with their own that were great. And it was me, Rob Maybe, and a couple other comics. But there was 2 for sure that I gave them that fucking hit. And I was just like, fuck yeah, that's me right there. That's the way a lot of roasts go, though. People don't realize that.
No, they're fun, dude. That's why Banana Phone's so special.
Banana Phone here in Austin is crazy. So it's fun how you can just yell shit out.
Yeah. No, that's one of the Candace Medina. Shout out to her, man. That shit's dope. I like it.
Right, okay. The chat is blowing up. Insane Clown Posse guy got everyone competing not through the back door. I don't even know what the fuck that means, but God bless you, George. You're a real one. Whoop, whoop. Yeah,
dude, there was a gathering, too, like recently, too. Wasn't
I went to the gathering.
Yeah, you were there. What the fuck,
bro,
dude?
I've been everywhere lately. I got to perform there. Shout out to Zach Amico.
That's badass, dude.
He was at the gathering.
Yeah, I heard he was like stapling money to his fucking face.
Dude, he puts shish kebab skewers through his fucking forehead. He puts a mouse trap on his dick. He lets people staple $100 bills to his forehead. And he just sits there and bleeds like Ric Flair at SummerSlam. I mean, it was brilliant, though. I think it's not necessary, but he gets to keep the money, so I get it. I'm like, oh, you just had $600 stapled to your body. Why the hell not? But it doesn't get the pop that it should. Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's super funny. He murders with opening the whole roast, just saying the best roasts of the night come from Zach Amico. He's a great comic. Crushes, and then he's like, after a roast, he's like, it's an intermission now where you get to staple money to me. And it just, same thing happened at the gathering where people aren't cheering. It just feels kind of like, oh, okay.
Would you let people staple money to you, bro?
Fuck no. I'm not. I would not do that. The only stipulation, it would have to be exclusively $100 bills and like not on my face.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. I'm not that fucking crazy, But yeah, he's all about that, like intertwining like jackass Steve-O like stunts with being a good comic,
Yeah. That should be, but there could be like a comedy show there. Like if you bomb, you get stapled. Or, you get a staple gunshot.
For sure.
Yeah,
well, just like
something like, because they got the shot caller. The shot caller's fun.
I've never done it, and I don't know if I will. The shot call, I get it, and there's a place
Imagine
for
trying to do a set walking on Legos. Imagine like if the stage was covered in Legos, and you had to do your whole set, and you're barefoot stepping on Legos.
You have to move around, though. That's the point.
Yeah, that's the thing. You had to, that would be funny.
Yeah, I could.
Stepping on Legos. Dude, that would be hilarious, bro. Like, just trying to perform on like a stage full of Legos. That would be.
Our mics are a little too hot. I turned them down a tiny bit. I think we're good, though.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, gimmick shows are fun. I'm just at a point right now, especially like lately, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about roasting, about tap dancing, fucking wearing a gorilla suit. Like, I just want to do stand-up comedy in its purest form.
Yeah.
Whether that's all material, riffing, crowd work, real show. I'm just ready and prepared for real shows.
Yeah.
Like, I've probably done... this is just me making up a number, but I've probably, without exaggeration, I've probably done over 2,000 open mics in my 13 years. Like that's not including shows. I'm talking open mics. So I feel like
that's just probably open mics.
I feel like I've earned my stripes. Like I'll never stop doing open mics altogether. It's still my favorite way to write.
You gotta cut your teeth.
And you gotta cut your teeth. Yeah. And when they're conducive to my time and they're convenient and they're there.
Yeah.
I'll have at it all day, but like right now, I'm just in this mode where I'm just like I feel ready, and I've been chomping at the bit just to get extended sets in front of people that are there for stand up. That's where I'm at right now because I've had a few real good sets in front of comedy ready crowds, and that's where I'm at.
That's cool, man. Yeah, comedy's badass. I'm having a good time. I got some shows coming up at Roscoe's. So, dude, shout out to Dave Borowski for putting me on. He's a fucking cool dude. But man, I'm to a point to where I'm like finally starting to get that booking. You know what I mean? Like,
hell yeah,
dude,
and you've earned it, dude.
Yeah,
no one like
thank you, bro. I appreciate
grinds harder than you, and it depends on because you utilize the time right. You're not out there getting shit faced, blitzkrieged, fucked up. When I see you.
I do get blasted on weed. I do like to
for
get high.
Sure.
Yeah, I like to get stoned.
But I feel like that you're chasing the stage time more than the attention and the hang, Which we all need people to hang out with, and that's where that's something.
Well, you find your group too. Like when you go out and like hit different mics, you find people that are like minded, and you're like, oh, hold on, these people, they want to build something. It's a team effort. I've learned that comedy is a team
100%.
effort, but you got to have the people that vibe with you, and it's like. This scene is so big, you find those people. Like me and you, anytime we've ever had a conversation, it's always been cool. We can sit down and talk for fucking an hour and not get tired of one another. But there's some people, I talk to them for 15 minutes. I'm like, damn, this dude we're not even having a conversation because he's looking at his phone or he's looking at the door behind me, waiting to see who's coming in. So it's like, dude, like you don't even want to be here, so let's not force it. Like
100%.
There's no sense of forcing a conversation. Like we don't have to do that. And I don't understand why people feel like they have to do that in the scene. Like, you can find your people.
Yeah, they do this thing, too, where every response that they have to what you said comes back to just them. There's no curiosity like, oh, tell me more. Oh, really? Yeah. Why did they do that? Or when is this going to happen? It's just like, it's me immediately. And I've been guilty of doing it, but I've tried to be way more aware of it and try to stop it as much where I just try to turn everything back to myself. Yeah. But some people just have their blinders on and no self-awareness, and it's just all about them always. And they do that shit like you said, too, where you're in the middle of talking to them, and they see someone and just they're not even looking at you anymore.
No, it's weird. Like it gets weird. Like dude, that's what, like, I've had somebody, shout out Ali Janine. She's funny as fuck. But she,
sure I know who that is.
Yeah, she's fucking hilarious. But she told me, she's like, Austin is a place where L.A. comics come to be New York comics.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've never been to New York, but
I hear New York is where it's at, though. Like, that's where the talent pool for comedy has been for the last forever.
For sure, because L.A. is so it's more spread out. There's less rooms, and it's way more Hollywood and acting. Like, there is a big deal. I mean, Comedy Store is there, and so many comedians have cut their teeth and come up there, and L.A. will always be, bare minimum top 2 or 3 cities in the world to do comedy. That's just a stamp of the whole deal. But New York is where you can get on stage 10 times a night, all the fucking time, nonstop, within walking distance. That's what makes New York different. And it's like a real-ass, gigantic, condensed city. And I considered moving there before COVID, and then COVID happened, and then I saw how insane they were with locking shit down that I was like, I'm good on that. And Texas just felt right, especially after doing Kill Tony and coming through
Texas,
Austin.
Dude, I was about to leave Texas, bro. I was about to go to Colorado.
Recently?
Before I got in comedy, I was going to move to Denver because Denver's a really cool city, man. And it's like I like that area. But I think Denver's a good scene. I hear
Denver is a top 5 scene. I've been to Boulder.
It's crazy because they only got one club.
They have more than one. As far as like a legitimate club, fair enough. But I know there's other
talent
rooms
that comes out of there, though.
You're talking about Comedy Works.
Yeah.
That's the A-list creme de la creme, whatever the hell you call it, like premium room. And so many beasts have come out of that fucking scene. But here's something I've said, and I've talked about in the last couple podcasts. I think Austin, this is controversial. I mean, Mothership aside, Mothership is its own monster, and Mothership is trying to emulate Comedy Store, and it's its own fucking thing. So Mothership aside, the only actual comedy club in Austin, Texas is Cap City, and I'll explain in a second. Every other room, fair enough, they are comedy clubs. They have a stage. You do comedy there. But if you look at the traditional way a club is run, they have a calendar that's stacked with Rob Schneider, September 22nd through the 24th, 5 shows. Fucking Earthquake, whatever date to whatever date, 6 shows. And they have their off nights. They have their open mic night. Cap City is the only club in Austin that functions as a full-blown business-driven comedy club. Argue with me. Everyone else is just local shows, which we need that, and I love that. And I'm not even saying this as a knock. I'm saying it as an observation. There's no, Austin needs, to be considered the mecca of comedy, it needs at least 2 more legitimately run where there's a headliner Thursday through Sunday every fucking week in Comedy Club, because we do not have enough of that here.
Yeah, man. I say leave the high school shit during the week and do the adult shit during the weekend. That makes sense.
Yeah, and like I said, the existing rooms are fine, and if they can sustain and stay in business that way, that's great. But Austin needs more. Like even Phoenix, where I cut my teeth for years and plan on going back to soon to travel and do some rooms. They have 6 legitimate comedy clubs where every weekend there's a headliner doing 4 to 6 shows, from Thursday to Sunday.
Have you ever thought about doing a one-man show? Because I was talking to Dubs General about that recently. He's talking about doing like a one-man show where he just does 45 minutes to an hour of just his material.
Well, I mean, that's just headlining.
Yeah.
A one-man show is different because a one-man show.
Yeah, but you could like release it on on YouTube or something.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I know a one-man show is more of a performance as opposed to being just funny the whole time and being stand-up. So that's. True. But yeah, I'm gonna go on the road soon once I figure out the dates because I have a few connections where ideally I could bring someone with me, but with the way things are set up and where my head is at right now, I think it's just gonna be solo. And whoever they have to open is who they have to open, and I'll just do 45 to an hour.
I think it's good to throw in somebody that's a local,
For sure.
But I think it is good
closer
to take
stuff,
one person.
for sure.
Because when Casey Rocket, I did a show with him in Dallas before I moved down here.
Yeah.
And dude, he brought Mikey Biggs with him to headline at DCC. And bro, it was so good. It was perfect. It was good that he brought his own like the guy right before him, like the co-headliner.
Oh, for sure.
I think it's good to take one. At least if you're going to take one person, that's good, or take 2 people.
I mean, eventually when I'm more established, but for the shows that present opportunity right now, it's a lot of bars and breweries, and they have a setup thing where they book the headliner, and I'm sure there's room to like wiggle features and openers in.
Yeah.
But at least for this initial one that I'm going to do, I'm going to just travel alone for a couple of weeks and see what I can do.
Yeah.
And just do 45 to an hour.
No, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah. I mean,
it's something to work on, and when you do get ready to film it, or if you ever do get that, that deal you want where you can put it out, and you got the material for it. It's going to look so fucking good, with that fucking good
That's
crowd.
why I'm not like I don't rush releasing.
Yeah.
Releasing like a special.
Oh, yeah.
I see people that are 4 years in and they're trying to release a special. I understand comedy has changed and things move faster now and there's more opportunity and going viral is the big craze. Yeah. But nothing is ever going to replace the work put in and the time put in.
Yeah.
Like you can pop, and if you can ride that wave and carry it, good for you, and that's amazing. But a lot of people are just chasing fame, and like hell, some of them are chasing winning the lottery. They're not even they don't even give a fuck about becoming good and falling in love with stand-up in the process.
Yeah.
Like no one lives in the moment of like, okay, I'm on stage right now, pleasing these people in the crowd. It's just about what can I do with this set and where's it going to take me?
Yeah. I feel that. Dude, where's the cats at, man? I'm over here burping too. We had breakfast and then I had pizza at Abe's because they did a Remy Swice. He's a fucking great
I know him, yeah.
Yeah, great fucking guy. But he has a mic called Mind Your Manner, and we did that. And he had a little pizza, so I fucking had a slice of that, and now I'm burping. Dude, anytime I eat fucking pizza, it fucks me up. That's why I can't eat that shit
I'm kind of pissed that so there's this place.
Yeah.
When I worked at Maggie Mae's, rest in peace, apparently they might reopen, but I haven't heard anything. Some person walked in one night and they gave me a token for a free pizza at this place up the street, but they have ridiculous hours. They're open, I'm not making this up, from like 5 to 9 p.m. So I don't know if they share a space with something else and they can only operate pizzas for 4 hours, 5 or 6 days a week or whatever it is. So I had this coin in my pocket for weeks, and I'm like, today's the day. And then I would get busy, and then I'd be on the other side of town. And then Rob Mabey, who was my good buddy who was on this podcast, he was around. I was like, we're going to get this pizza today. And we'd sleep in too late. We'd do one too many fucking things. And we'd be like, fuck, it's 9:12. They already closed. Now I lost the fucking token. I looked everywhere. So now no free fucking pizza now.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Rapolo's, man. I remember when I used to get free pizza there. Now they don't do comedy there no more. So that sucks.
Yeah, Rapolo's was okay.
Rapolo's was a great mic, dude. It was awesome.
I had some fun there.
Yeah.
I did the mic probably like 4 times ever.
Yeah.
I hated their sound system, though. So, like, I gave them shit about it every fucking time. I'm just like, what 1976 Golden Girls garage sale did you buy this piece of shit from? It sounds like I'm talking to the Taco Cabana drive-thru right now. Like, it sounded so fucking, like, just white noise and staticky.
Dude,
it sounded like
video?
a busted speaker.
Did you see that video? Like, speaking of what we were talking about before the podcast there, but did you see that video? This is on the internet, so what I'm bringing up is out there for people to see. You can Google it. You can look it up. But, yeah, did you see Shane Gillis's opener get booed off stage?
No. Which opener? Here's a lot.
I don't know, but he was like, why is this dude opening for shit? Like, dude, they're not even giving the fans good comedy shows anywhere, bro. Like, the comedy has falling face flat down. It's not even, it's at the top. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is, it's not just here at the bottom. It's not just the problem here is in the local scene. The mudslides come from the top. The reason that dude, his opener got booed off fucking stage. You got to pull this shit up if you can. Like, if that's something we can pull up, dude, that would be fucking hilarious. But, dude, I'm telling you, yeah.
And this is like recently?
Talking like, I don't know. I get a little, because I know I could kill in a fucking arena. I know if you put me on a fucking arena, I'm not scared of seeing dude, I would love to see. Could you imagine doing a fucking arena, dude?
Yeah,
that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
It would be cool
bro.
to do it. I like intimate rooms better, but like the whole point of doing an arena is meaning you're doing something important and you're thriving. So like that, I'll take that all fucking day.
Fun,
yeah, I mean, you just
I
don't
imagine it'd be fun, like just the rush of, just having them like cheer. Because I think comedy can get to a place where people cheer. You know what I mean? Or people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
ADC did it. ADC would have people. Andrew Dice Clay. He would have people chanting their fucking his bits. Dude.
His shit became a concert.
Yeah,
it wasn't even comedy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
comedy
can come to that, dude. Like it can go back to that. It's just put the fucking people on to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say too much because I think it's a brilliant fucking That's my ego
show.
talking.
But
yeah,
it is what it is. Kill Tony has kind of caused a lot of this get rich quick scheme comedy bullshit where people that have never even done stand up think that they're gonna become superheroes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They think that they're gonna shortcut and cheat code their way to being good at comedy. And like I just said, unless you're 1 in a million and you just have such natural fucking swag ability and likability or whatever, like it's gonna take at fucking minimum 6 to 8 years for you to be like a hitter, like a consistent fucking 5 years even. You know what I mean? And there's some unusually funny people, but I'm talking a lot now. But there's some people who I've seen who are a few years in and they're way funnier than I was a few years in, and I see them carry it for 5 to 10 minutes, but can they do 30?
Dude.
Not without fucking riffing and doing a lot of forced crowd work and shit. And if you can do that, that's a skill in and of itself. But I've noticed this especially in Austin, there's a lot of guys who are very funny and they're well on their way. But sometimes the crowd sniffs it out. Yeah. Sometimes there's guys who've just like the crowd notices the difference between someone that's been doing it from 10 to 15 years than 2 to 4 years. It just there's something a little different, little more polished. It's when they run out of
material. Like, dude, if you have nothing to talk about, like you can't go on stage with nothing to talk about. You have to have something to talk about. If you're not going to do your bits, then talk about your fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Try to make your fucking day funny, dude.
Yeah.
Do something, improvise. But that's the hard part. Is like
Jason said, remember in the 2010s they made so many comedy movies. Now they are hardly being made. I made that point a couple years ago. Where are the comedies? Yeah, they're not out anymore. Like I remember in the 90s especially, but even into the 2000s, there was a lot of comedy movies where it's like, the comedy event of the summer. Like, there's none of that shit. I understand there's streaming and oversaturation, but they don't make comedy movies anymore. That's a good point by him. Yeah, I guess.
Or the remakes.
I think specials and stand-up is replacing comedy movies, honestly, because that has accelerated and exploded. So maybe that's where the fascination with laughing comes more from stand-up than it does from Hollywood movies, you know?
Dude, I laugh at commercials, man. Like, there's this Cheetos commercial where this dude's got, like, finger dust, and then he'll stick his finger through the hole in the wall, and the dude will just suck on. There's a guy in there just working, sucking the Cheeto fingers. Like, dude, that's funny.
That is pretty funny.
That's fucking hilarious. Can we do more of that? Can we get that kind of humor back? But not just in commercials, but in everything? Like, that's funny shit. Just be funny. Be silly. Have a good time. Comedy needs to have a good time. If I'm not having a good time when I'm listening to your stand-up, then I don't give a fuck anymore, because that's how I was with Dave Chappelle. Like, Dave Chappelle, his last good special was Sticks and Stones. And then after that, everything has just been, like, super, like I don't care. You know what I mean? Right. Like, let's get to – where's the jokes at?
I mean, all the listeners that really fuck with me on here know I've said this a million times, and it kind of is what it is. But I don't watch specials. Like I rarely do.
Did you watch Joe Rogan's?
No, the only amount I watched maybe 5 minutes as I was sitting next to Brian Redband in the Sunset Strip green room because it was during Punchline at the Pole, and we were sitting there watching it. And I have not gone back. I've seen some clips. And my whole philosophy, at least for me, the way my brain works, is I do comedy so fucking much. It's so much better live that I can't even measure it, how much better it is than a fucking, edited down, manufactured special. And specials are great, especially if you're a comedy fan. But for me, someone that does it and sees it live all the time, once I'm not doing it or watching it live, I have other interests, and I just don't care to see. I don't give even Louis C.K. is my Michael Jordan of comedy. Personally, I think he's Michael Jordan. I haven't even seen his latest special because I'm just so in my own world doing my own shit that I don't chase watching specials like most comics do. Yeah. And I don't knock it at all, but so many people are like, did you see so-and-so special? Did you see so-and-so? I was like, I don't fucking watch specials. I watch movies, I watch sports, and I do comedy. The end. That's it for me.
Yeah. I get that.
During COVID, a little bit, I started watching specials.
I'm obsessed with this shit too, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's become like I'm a huge fan of comedy, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like,
for sure.
What got me into it was the podcast, like hearing a bunch of different comedians' stories.
Here's what I tell.
It's crazy. You become a fan of these people.
That's where I became obsessed. Yeah. So especially when I was new.
Yeah.
When I was real new, instead of watching specials, I would listen to podcasts. So I feel like I would get more and learn more about comedians talking about their experiences and their road stories and what they went through in the process of making stand-up, as opposed to just watching whatever new special, which there's room for both, and both are important. But for me, I feel like I learned more as a comic listening to war stories.
Yeah. 100%. It's crazy, bro. We're living in a Twilight Zone, dude. Neuralink and all that fucking shit.
Oh, my God. Wait, so when did you start comedy? You're like, what, 2 years in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost. November will be 2 years.
Do you remember the exact date?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I did comedy. I went to an open mic in November. I didn't get back on stage until January. So I had to do some shit at the end of the year, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that shit. Mm-hmm. And I didn't get back on stage until after New Year's.
So, 2023?
No, 2022.
Okay.
It was November 2022. Or 2020. Yeah, it was 2
years ago. 2022. Okay, so
yeah.
Next month will be 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Time flies, because I remember when you were under a year, and it felt like the other day.
I had shit to talk about, though, when I got on stage. So I was just trying to figure out how to write a joke in the beginning. Like,
to me,
to me, that was the most important thing in getting into comedy. How do you write a fucking joke? And just
I'll never knock someone for so here's the thing, like, young comics have this knock against them because, like, you have nothing to talk about. You have no life experience. Fair enough. I agree. But if you start comedy at 17 and you are funny and you figure out, because comedy, being funny is one part of the pie. Yeah. There's getting good at stand-up comedy is the other part of the pie. And then there's the business aspect of fucking networking, putting yourself out there, branding, ass kissing. All of that is different. But if you're just merely getting on
that's
stage,
part of the game, too, though. You got to
100%.
Yeah.
So people are just like, oh, yeah, this 19-year-old comedian sucks. It's like, yeah, because he has nothing to talk about, but he's putting in work. He's getting repetitions in. So by the time this 19-year-old is 26, they might be a fucking headliner. You know what I mean? So it's just like you can never get in too early, and then you also can never get in too late unless you're just really handicapped by life. Like, okay, I have 3 kids, a mortgage, and a 50-hour-a-week job. Yeah, good luck with that. But if you're just a 40-year-old dude with not a lot going on, you can still do great things in comedy, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Bill Burr, when did he blow up? In his 40s?
Well, not really. Bill Burr started when he was like 24, and he was already on Howard Stern. He was already headlining.
But his special wasn't until he was in his 40s, right?
Maybe 30s, maybe.
30s, late 30s?
Yeah. But, I mean, it depends on what your measuring stick is, because a lot of people are just like, so-and-so didn't make it till they were 50.
MMA guy? You're an MMA guy.
Fuck yeah,
Glover took Sharp, didn't get the belt. He got the belt at 44.
Yeah, but he'd been fighting since he was fucking 12. I mean, that's people don't need to underestimate the longevity of what it takes.
Hard work and talent.
For sure.
Yeah. And timing.
100%.
He took the belt from, who was it? It was the guy that wears the man.
No, he lost to Yuri.
Oh, he lost to Yuri?
Fuck yeah. That was the fight of the century. That fight felt scripted. It felt like a Roadhouse scene. Like
who did he take the belt from? I can't remember.
Fuck, who did he take the belt from?
Oh, well, it was the other guy, the one, fucking Bjorn. Or was it not Bjorn? It was Ian.
Jan
Blachowicz.
Blokovic?
Yeah, Jan Blokovic. He took the belt from
Blahovic.
He blew it.
John Blokovic.
Yeah, I like because he had that fucking hammer. I remember he used to say he had that one punch knockout power or something.
He looked a lot like that other fighter, the retired guy, Josh.
I know you're talking about. I know Stipe.
No.
He kind of look like Stipe to me.
He does look like Stipe, but he looks like Josh Barnett too.
Okay, yeah.
I used to get them kind of not confused, but like they look similar.
You still watching MMA, dude? I'm
watching 307. I'm watching 307 tonight.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I saw Adesanya was in town. He was at the mothership.
Yeah, he was at the mothership, and then he was on Rogan. I actually listened to the whole thing, and because like lately I just haven't been doing comedy, and I'm worried about money, so I've just been going on these crazy delivery marathons where I gotta get 10 to 15 deliveries, and I'll just throw in a podcast and just listen to a 3-hour podcast, and I listened to the entire Israel Adesanya one, and it was fun. Makes me like, he's the king of cringe when it comes to social media, but as a dude, he's pretty chill.
Imagine.
But yeah,
I like to think he's chill. You never know. He might be like one of those energy drink guys.
Energy drink guys?
Yeah.
What's an energy drink guy?
Energy drink guys are the guys that can't shut up about it.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know, they just get like, dude, I get it.
Oh, my God.
Did you watch the Pats game? No? Okay.
Oh, my God.
Got our asses kicked. What's going on there? What the fuck, man? Tom Brady. Do we need to get Tom Brady, please come back as a fucking somebody, a news anchor. Do what Tony Romo's doing, but do it for the Patriots, okay? We need your fucking help, buddy.
Yeah. You know, he is back, though.
What's he doing?
He does what Tony Romo does.
With the Patriots?
Not with the Patriots, but with, like, Fox, I think. But, no, he does color commentary play-by-play, though.
That's good.
And he was getting fucking roasted for being horrible, but he improved already. Because, you know, he's such a competitor that he probably heard what was going on. He probably sat down and really changed some things because they said he was clunky, just saying awkward things. And then by, like, week 3, he was, like, kind of good. Yeah. From what I heard, I haven't listened to him, but I saw people breaking it down on the internet. Like, Brady was horrible, and now he's, like, decent.
Yeah. No, he was the man, dude. Like, he's been the man for a long time. And he proved that when he left Tampa. Or when he went to Tampa and won a championship.
They were trying to say that he's gonna. They were trying to say he's gonna come back for the Dolphins because he has a house in Miami. Tua's gone for at least the middle of the year, and I'm like, he's 47. Shut up. Yeah. He's not gonna do it. Like it's done.
Nah, he don't need to come back. He's good where he's at.
How much money do you fucking need at some point? And I know he took huge pay cuts in order for his team to be a dynasty and all that, but like. How much different is your life if you have $200 million or $350 million? Yeah. Like, unless you're a psychopath and you're buying yachts in small islands, like, your life is absolutely no difference changed at all. Yeah. That's why Messi...
he plays shadow boxing with his kid on his boat, though. So, I mean, that's why I'm saying he's doing pretty good.
Well, you know Messi, the soccer player.
Yeah.
So, he signed
I bet he's got a messy life.
Right. So, he signed a contract with the MLS to play in Miami. Yeah. And the contract was something insane. It was like, I don't know, $190 million, some insane amount of money. But he turned down a $1 billion contract with a Saudi Arabian team. And everyone's like, you're fucking stupid, bro. It's like, if you look up his net worth, he's already borderline a billionaire. So how much do you want to be in fucking Saudi Arabia where your wife is miserable, or do you want to live in Miami where you're still making tens of millions, hell, hundreds of millions of dollars, and you already have a net worth that most countries wish they had? So I'm like, I guess you could say he's turning down $900 million, but no, it's better for his life, and who the fuck needs that much money anyway?
I don't know, man.
He made the right decision.
I wouldn't need to go to Saudi Arabia for a week.
I mean, you'd have to sign a contract and live there.
Let's go check it out. Let's see what.
I'm sure he's been there
over there. You know.
No, but
that's what people do with Austin. They come here for a week and then they just move here. Like, what do you think about that, dude?
Right.
What do you think about the influx of all the fucking comedians coming to fucking Austin? It's crazy, isn't it?
Well, it comes
like you
back.
See it all the time on social media. Hey guys, I'm about to move to Austin. I'm like, fucking another one. I was shit, dude.
For a long time, I fought.
But that's how you get a diamond in the rough. So hey, you never know.
I felt like at least for like the first like 2 years here, I'm just like, it's not my place to tell people not to move here because I just fucking moved here. But I'm kind of established here now. I'm about to be 3 years here, and I'm 13 years in comedy. And it's gotten worse and worse and worse, and the oversaturation is hitting fucking biblical levels lately. Like, we are in code fucking red, bro. If there was a terror alert of shit comics that are just flooding the streets, like, go to school, go apply at Jiffy Lube. Comedy's, I'm helping you here. Statistically, you're not going to fucking make it. I'm sorry. And if you prove me wrong, God bless you. You're king of the world. But for a majority, you know, moving to Austin when you've been doing comedy for 6 months and you have $700 to your name is not it. Sorry. I don't make the fucking rules. It's not my fault that this is the way it is. I'm not saying just never do stand-up, but figure out another way for your life's path to go, because Austin, like I said, is so unbelievably just overpacked with new comics that, like, I almost feel like a Trumper or some shit. Like, we're full, motherfucker. We got to build a wall around Austin right now.
Yeah. I do think some people have 401k energy.
Yeah.
Just stick to that. Stick to that.
And it's, honestly, it's good. It's like, comedy is fun. It's great to romanticize it if you're really obsessed with it and you put time in and you become good at it and you meet great people. All of that is nice. But if you're new and you're 26 or you're 21, like...
Because some people are just trauma dumping on people. And it's like, dude, nobody wants to... Like, you need therapy.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
You need therapy, honey. Like you need
when I tell you maybe consider something else with your life, I'm not being a jaded, bitter...
Oh, no.
I'm actually trying to fucking help you, because comedy is so cutthroat, so competitive, so draining. It takes... Like, there's exceptions out there, and, you know, people win the lottery all the fucking time. But if you're not ready to, like, have a really rocky life for at least 7 to 10 years, then, you know, I would say do something that's a safer bet.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know, man. I just come out here and try to show up on them. That's what I do. I keep showing up, and I show up with a new bit. I try to at least show up with something new to say a week. Now, it's not always a full on out good bit, but sometimes a good bit comes, and then you got fucking 3 minutes you can drop in a week.
Okay, hold on. The chat is blowing up. Music says, I'm going to move to Austin and offer comedy
Hey guys,
classes.
y'all want to get involved? Send a fucking donation, $5, and then we'll listen to you.
Comedy is cutthroat.
It is. Yeah, that's how cutthroat it is. Send $5 and then we'll respond.
100%.
We need some money,
well,
baby.
Once I get monetized on this thing, people can send super
sponsors.
chats.
Where you at, sponsors?
Super chats will be convenient.
Have you thought about getting sponsors? I'm thinking about getting sponsors.
I'm kind of sponsored by Ant Sauce. So
I'm trying to get my podcast
They pay me, and every episode I plug them. So, like, but, I mean, I would love to be just like, this podcast is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Go to expressvpn.com right now.
I'm gonna start being like one of them preachers, you know, them fucking televangelists are like, send $5,000 and I will send you a napkin with my jizz on it.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna start doing. Like, if you want a response out of me, you're gonna have to pay for it. Fuck
100%.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I might be Jewish. Who knows? I never done the 23andMe. I got curly hair. You never know, dude.
Right.
You never know. I could be half Mexican, half Jew. I know I'm half Mexican, that's for sure. But I don't know what the other half is.
This comedian I know named Andy Steinberg, who I've known for ever since I started, and he was just in Austin a few months ago. He tours with Aries Spears.
Yeah.
He's half Mexican, half Jewish, and he's been telling this joke for years, and it still murders every time. He's just like, he goes in and out of different like comparisons about how he's Mexican and Jewish. He's like, well, if you build a wall, there's. Oh, he talked about being in a concentration camp, and he's like, yeah, but there's not a fucking wall that can keep me in there. So, I butchered it, but it's funny though. It's just like he's a Jew in a concentration camp, but he can climb the fucking wall because he's Mexican.
Dude, you keeping up what's going on in Iran? And
yo, what's up? So who is it? Naziram 3. What are we discussing? Everything. We're discussing the weather, sports, Tom Brady's dick length, you know, doing comedy.
Shout out Ted.
In Texas.
Ted made Tom Brady a goat, dude. Like that scene where they're trying to get his
never
jizz.
seen Ted.
Oh, dude, it's so great. Spoiler alert.
I know. I've seen I know he was in it, and I have seen Ted, but I don't think I saw it when it was like newer.
Fucking Family Guy. That dude, that Seth MacFarlane guy, man, he is just a character, and he can do, like, he's badass with his voice.
Of course he is.
Dude, like, you got that fucking gift. You can do all kinds of fucking impersonation. I wish I could do that.
So many people tell me that. I mean,
with this voice, I can't do impersonations.
a lot of people like comics there's been some comics who I consider like, you know, better than me, like significantly people I kind of look up to in like career path wise. It's not like, oh my God, like they're my idol, but there's been comics who are doing a lot more than me, and they're just be like, bro, I'm so jealous you can do impressions. I wish I could do that. I'm like, you wish you could do something I can do? Thanks. That's insane to me, but
you could be like a really good phone sex operator.
Dude, I did. You know Maggie Mayfield?
Well, yeah, what's up?
So, that sounded like it was, I mean,
hey.
She got me voiceover work. So I took a voiceover like seminar.
She taught you how to be a good phone sex operator.
Well,
Shout out Maggie Mayfield. Hell yeah.
I did her.
I support sex work.
So I did this voiceover class with her, and then afterwards she gave me these contacts, and I hit up this dude, and I did like these sexy, sultry like office scenes, where it's just a scenario where I read like, "Hey Sarah, why don't you take off your dress?" and stuff like that. It's like I ran my hand up her thigh, and it's like, and I got paid. I'm not making this shit up. I got paid like $300 for doing like 40 seconds. And I did it like 3 times. He would Zelle me the money. And then the 4th time, he made me redo it. He's like, no, do it more like this. And then, actually, no, he made me redo it again. And then redo it again. And then he was kind of reluctant, like, okay. And then he never fucking responded to it. And then he came.
Yeah, he came.
Then he never Then he never responded to it. So I think I fucked up the last one so bad.
You got a free fucking phone sex from you.
No, but listen, I think, yeah, exactly. I think I fucked up the last one so bad that they just cut me off. But I was like, fuck, dude, that was...
No, he was jerking off so fucking hard. He was like, oh, my God. All right, he felt bad because he came. He didn't fucking pay you for it. Fucking asshole.
That was the easiest money I've ever made in my life. I can't... I mean, it's whatever. I'm not even... This is my first time ever being paid for voiceover, so I'm sure that they have some level of experience or what they expect, and I just was not it. But, yeah, I guess voiceover is all going to be taken over by AI here soon anyway. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot
of... Dude, people give AI too much credit. I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Not from what I've seen. I mean, it depends on... Because there's so many different
avenues.
Do you
talk to AI? Like, will you have a conversation with your AI bot?
No.
You won't? No.
I mean, like what? Like,
I'd be like, hey, how are you doing? Like, I'll ask you questions.
Oh,
show me a picture of you.
I used to do a segment on here called Messing with AI, and I used to say the most fucking horrific, heinous things to the AI. And that went on for like 3 months maybe, then I stopped doing it. Yeah. But, no, AI is scary, accurate, and impressive lately. Like, it's gotten, just in like the last 2 years, since like 2022, I feel like it's doubled in its technological ability to mimic, mirror, and, you know, just emulate humans. Like, it's gotten fucking weird lately, you know? And it's only, here's why, like, you might not give it, maybe you're giving it too much credit now, but wait till it's 2027 and shit is real. Yeah. So, like, it's coming, dude, and it can't be stopped.
That's what I'm worried about sex dolls, dude. You know...
Well, yeah.
Dude, like, these sex dolls are going to be just fucking cum bots,
Well,
dude.
it's just like, so, like, right now.
Like, imagine a walking pocket pussy. That's all it is. It just cooks you dinner, and then you fuck it.
Well, it's an...
You got to clean it, of course. That's crazy that you can do that. That's what robots are going to come to.
But here's the thing. It's an acceleration of what we're already experiencing with pornography. So... If you said in 1980, you could look at an old magazine, you could look at the Sears catalog, wank one out, and then you got Hustler. Ooh, now they're fully naked. And then you got VHS. Oh, now, and then you got categorized VHS. Well, now I can get midgets fucking Amazon women. This is awesome. Then you get internet porn. Wow, I can watch video. And then you get endless websites with whatever deranged fetish that you could even come up with on your fucking phone. So now that's going to become, now I can fuck a woman that looks this way in real life via AI robotics. So it's going to, you think people aren't fucking their wives now? You ain't seen shit. You think people need weird things to get off? We ain't seen shit. Yeah. So it's
sex bots.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle sex bot.
Remember BattleBots?
Dude, that's badass.
BattleBots, but with fucking. It's going to be great.
Dude, I wish they'd bring back BattleBots. Like, is this still going?
They brought it back. So BattleBots was in the early 2000s.
Remember Spike TV? Dude.
They brought it back like 10 years ago. Like it had a resurgence in like 2015 or something, and then it went away again.
I like the Slap League. I think that's fun.
Dude, so Power Slap is the dumbest thing of all time, but it's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Like, it's accelerated CTE.
That's what you drink at the bar. That's what you watch at the bar. You watch slap boxing.
You know, a meth-addicted Circle K dropout in order to fucking actually compete in it.
Yeah.
But I love watching it.
You want me to tell you what else is dope? Sumo wrestling. Fucking
Sumo's
Japanese sumo wrestling, dude. I'll put that shit on at the bar. Everybody's watching that shit. Everybody, I mean, dude, it's so fucking badass. America tries to do it, but it's not the same. You have to go with the traditional Japanese way, man. It's just the way they do it over there. Something about it, man.
ESPN2, several times a year, used to have like the World Sumo Championships on in the morning, like a Saturday morning, and I always used to catch it. Same thing with like the World's Strongest Man and shit, but they had these sumo wrestling, and I remember there was this one dude who was a fucking badass because he was built. He was a white dude, American guy, built like Triple H, and homeboy was like winning. Yeah. He was going up against like Japanese guys that were 100 pounds more than him, and he was just tossing them. Nice. He ended up losing to some giant guy, but I was like, this like 250-pound jacked white dude is going to the championship against like 450-pounders. Like this dude was fucking, because it's technique based too. Yeah. Like being huge and knowing what you're doing counts, but if you know how to like dig your body down and you're abnormally strong for your weight, you can go far even if you're undersized.
Yeah.
Same here with power slap. Dude, I tell bits about it on stage. I think it's the dumbest thing to do as an individual person. If you choose to do power slap, your IQ is probably like refrigerator level. You know, but
I'm buying that guy a drink though.
I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna fucking laugh my ass off.
Like that shit's crazy, dude. Like them dudes will knock each other out.
Dude, and there's no defense. Bro. It's like I'm volunteering for you just to hit me in the face as hard as you can, and there's no defensive strategy.
I wonder what the life expectancy
is. The defense is just not. Oh, dude, I watched.
You're gonna live a long time, but you're gonna be drinking out of the straw for the rest of your life.
I watched the scientist talk about it, and he's just like, "This is worse than boxing. This is worse than NHL, NFL, rugby combined."
For you go, yeah, dude, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's just like he's like, if you wanted just the recipe to just accelerate CTE and just basically, 100% make sure that it happens, it's power slap. Yeah. And Dana White does not give a fuck. He's just like, I'm counting money.
Hey, I get it too, man. Hey, if somebody's willing to do it, fucking do it. That's how I feel about the NFL, bro. Like, bro, let's have fun, dude. Let's have a Blitz league. Remember Blitz, the game?
I love that game.
This ain't even a bit. Like, dude, like let people fucking make less pads so they will be more, maybe they won't hurt each other as much. Maybe they'll be a little more considerate if they have less pads. But let's bring back football.
Well, they do that with rugby. They've proven that there's less head injuries because you're very fucking aware. Same thing with bare knuckle boxing. It's less fucked up for your brain.
Because it's the supplements, man. The supplements are literally making super fucking humans, bro. Like these supplements that they put in all the fucking whey protein and all that shit, dude. That shit makes you a fucking superhero. That's the reason people are getting concussions, because they're going faster. The athletes today would smoke the athletes, 20 years from now. Dude, they're eating fucking shit in a laboratory, man. That's designed to make you a bad motherfucker. So yeah, you're that high performance shit is making you a high performance individual.
The best defense and offense, and the best defense is offense in power slap. True.
Yeah.
Dana White said this shit too. He's like, power slap has accelerated 10 times as fast. It took the UFC 15 years to become as successful as power slap has in 2 years. I'm like, yeah, but there's social media now, you fucking idiot. Yeah. It's not you spamming the UFC main page with power slap clips and knockout reels, and everyone is pissed off in the comments. Can you take this shit off? We're worried about the actual MMA fights, you fucking dummy.
I like the women power slap.
Oh, me too. It's the best.
Oh, yeah. Watch these two butch ducks slap the shit out of one another.
I just love when it's just two Circle K employees.
It's so awesome.
That are addicted to fucking crank.
Shout out Ellen DeGeneres. I think you're awesome. I fuck with you.
Oh, my God.
I fuck with you, heavy lady.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We should do power slap with comics. Fuck it. Let's do it.
I don't know about that.
I'm shocked that Skankfest hasn't done that, because they had pillow fights. They had ass slapping competitions. They had all kinds of crazy shit. I'm shocked that they didn't. I should message them that. Do power slap at Skankfest. They would 1,000% do it.
You think so?
Hell yeah, they would do it. If they paid me, I would.
You'd do it?
Yeah.
I'd be more inclined to do like a naked roast. To me, that'd be more fun.
Dude, I'm considering the naked roast because of how pathetic.
To me, that'd be more fun.
I
don't want to get smacked, dude. I think I have somewhat.
And I'm not here to brag. I'm really fucking good at roasting too. So I'm just like, a lot of people. I'm not gonna say names. Some of the people, because like I said, if you get naked and you enter the roast,
they should let the ugly comics slap.
A lot of the comics.
So it's an option. If you want to smack each other, if you want to go down that route, go down that route.
here's the point I'm making is some of the comics that got on Naked Roast and officially accepted at Skankfest, that's the only fucking reason they were on stage because they weren't funny. The roasts were horrible, but they were willing to get naked. Yeah. So I'm like, I feel like I'm a really good roaster already. So, you know, I guess I would do it, but I want to get in officially, honestly, because that's just like a cheat code. Like I'm willing to get naked and I'm not even good at this. So that's kind of bogus in my opinion.
Yeah.
That being said, I'll think about it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Naked power slap. That's what someone in the comments said. Naked power slap.
You know, I was overhearing some female comedians. They're funny, but one was talking about like doing a power slap with their tits.
Oh my god!
I think that'd be cool, like a titty drop in the face.
I mean, how hard can you hit someone with your tit, though? I feel
I'm sure there's some bitches that can break a board with their tits. If they had the form and they went just...
if you're slamming it downward, but it's sort of to slap someone across the face, there's no way you're going to really hurt somebody that way.
The thing about tits is they're super soft. So it's like they're not hard enough. You'd almost need like something attached. It'd be like, you ever been to a cockfight?
But I've seen them
They'll
before.
put knives on their talons.
Oh, yeah. They put like blades and shit.
So you would have to do something with the titty. You'd have to arm the titty to where it could break. But that'd be a cool thing because there's some women that got some really...
Or they'd have to slam it downward onto someone's face because going across, you're never going to hit someone hard enough to really hurt them you're going to hurt your tit before you hurt someone's face in that way. You'd have to slam it downward, like on their face.
I think I just want big titties slammed in my face.
Naked power slap roasts. Bro, so here it is. Naked power slap. They're naked. They roast each other. The person that loses that roast has to get slapped in the face. I'm not even fucking kidding. This could be a brilliant idea. I'm dead serious. That's 1,000% something Skankfest would do, where a naked roast and the audience cheers who won that, or the judges say who won, and they get to slap you in the fucking face. And then and it's a three joke roast, so people don't really get concussed badly. Fund this immediately. This started off as a joke, but I'm serious.
Baby powder, right? You need baby powder.
Baby powder too. Fuck
to make the big poof.
Yeah,
the big cloud. So on impact, there's just a big cloud of fucking baby powder and just somebody going. Meh.
Oh my God.
Funny. He got knocked the fuck out. Louis J. knocked that he threw a punch. That was pretty much a knuckles.
Yeah.
That would be the problem with comics because sometimes we let our intrusive thoughts win. So we'll just throw a fucking hook, and just night.
Well, yeah, they try to implement all those rules like clubbing, stepping, and all this shit. Where it's like, his back of his heel lifted up. So hitting this 300-pound man with a neck beard is no longer, legal.
Did you ever go to the pervert show that they did at Creek in the Cave?
One time.
Okay.
I wish I
would have caught one of these. I heard they were terrible, but
they were fucking awful, dude.
Yeah.
And whatever, I'm saying this on record. It doesn't matter. This is just my opinion. They have the freedom. They should do the show if it sells tickets and people want to participate in it. Fair enough. Fine. Money wins.
Pretty good.
Dude, it was like, I don't get offended by pretty much anything. It is what it is. If you're trying to be artsy and you're trying to entertain people, everything's on the table. But they were doing shit where they were like literally like gagging people with dildos. They were skull fucking people with dildos until they would throw up. Like, I'm not literally, this person was like going like blah, 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 and then puking on the stage, and I'm just like, why is this at a comedy club? Like, crazy. What the fuck is this?
That's wild.
And then I'm not going to speak on it. I was about to mention some of the things this establishment has been upset about and put their foot down for, but then they have that happen. That's fair game to watch someone get bukkakied on stage in front of a live audience, but God forbid someone says something deemed racist,
I went to the Absolute Show Wednesday. Shout out to them, man. That's a fun show.
Oh, yeah, that show's awesome.
Yeah, shout out Lucas McCrary and
he's
Colton
very
Jones
creative.
And Ike Rafferty. Them guys, man, they put on a fucking show. Especially with the spider. They had this little spider bit that was hilarious. But they had this guest, and I actually got her to I talked to her, and I'm going to have her on my podcast. I had you on my podcast, Tony's Open Mic Podcast.
Tony's Open Mic Podcast.
Yeah, dude, we had a good time.
Exclusively on Spotify?
You Only on Spotify. I'm waiting on that big Spotify deal. I want a Spotify deal, dude. I'm manifesting a fucking Spotify deal.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
You don't. But here's the thing: you're handicapping yourself because if you It's not like Rogan was only Spotify. You need to be heard everywhere, and if you become popular enough, Spotify will come for you.
So delusional.
It's not even delusional. You don't make delusions can come with some sense of order or sensible thinking. Like you not being on the other platforms is only holding you back because then Spotify will see that he's crushing it everywhere. Now we really got to sign this guy.
I want to be exclusive. I like being exclusive. Don't you like being exclusive? But it's just cool exclusive.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're stopping yourself from the exclusivity by not being everywhere else right now. So you have the reach that they need in order to
I just don't want to be everyone's whore, you know? That makes sense.
I think we offended the chat because we were at 6 people and I started talking about bukkake and Deep Throat on stage and boom, they're gone.
That's fine. They'll come back. They always do.
Oh, my God. So what do you have coming up?
Oh man, shit, dude. Besides that Roscoe show, I got the fucking bar show. I'm looking forward to that one too, dude. Bar shows are fun, dude. What's it called? It's Michael Hines puts it on.
Okay.
What's it, dude? I don't know the venue he's working out of. He was at that one Lit Lounge, but I don't even think he's there anymore. I think he moved somewhere else. So I got to look at the flyer. But yeah, I got that show and I'm looking forward to that one. But yeah, man, I hit the reason I hit all these mics is because if I'm not going to get booked, I got to get on stage. You know what I mean? Like that's why I hit.
Well, yeah.
Like Shooters, Anderson Mill, and then I go to fucking Ape Smoke Shop and then finish it off at fucking Creek in the Cave because I'm going to get on stage, man. I got to work my fucking material.
Yeah, and you're at the point in your comedy journey that's what you need and what you should be doing as well. You're not trying to. Jump steps and cheat code your way to the fucking top.
Yeah.
You're doing the hard-earned. The long way.
Like I think I probably got 10 minutes that will carry me. I don't think I have 30 minutes that'll carry me yet. I think I'm working to it.
Yeah.
But I think that it'll get there.
What happens in comedy too though is because like for myself early on I was doing like way too long of sets. Like I think when I was like a year in I was doing 20 minutes up in Phoenix and shit. Was I a 20-minute comic? Hell no. But was I able to make it work sometimes for the 20 minutes? Yes. But then fast forward like 5 years in, now I'm barely a 15-minute comedian because all that 20 I used to tell, most of it is gone. And then this new 15 is way stronger. And then when I'm 10 years in, it's just like I'm still kind of a 30-minute comic. Or, if I'm really hitting them because you exchange the material. A lot of people think that if they just stack every joke they've ever done, like now they're that length. No, it's about how long can you do consistently. Like 9 out of 10 times, I'm gonna crush with this 30 minutes. Not 3 out of 10 times, or you got to stretch.
The thing is, you got a plethora of material. Like material-wise, right. I imagine you got like 2 hours. But you have 30 minutes that will consistently crush. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think I have 10 minutes that I can walk into any room, whether it be black, whether it be gay, whether it be any nationality, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like I got 10 minutes that can crush any room.
I mean, I feel like I have 45 of that now.
But I think I have maybe an hour worth of material, but it's not all good.
No. Yeah, if you want to talk about material, I got hours of material, but I got like my favorite amount of time to do is 30 minutes right now because it's all my best shit condensed into one 30-minute set. There's no fat on the fucking bone. There's no memorization issues. Once I start doing 45 to an hour, sometimes it's just like, fuck, what do I say next? 25 to 30, like a true feature spot, I have no memory issues. I leave them wanting more, and it feels easy. 45 to an hour is not easy. 30 minutes right now is easy for me. Or it can be easy. Yeah. Because, hell, I sweat with 10-minute sets sometimes. If I'm doing a shit room on a Wednesday night and they're like, you're next, and I start bombing out the gate, sometimes 10 minutes is hard.
That's when crowd work comes in handy.
For sure.
Improvisation. I mean, you figure it out,
for sure.
Man. It's fun. Now, comedy's awesome, dude.
It's the best.
Yeah, I'm glad I got into it.
So why did you get into comedy?
Because I'm a fucking narcissist, bro. No, I wanted to do a podcast, and I wanted to see, I just wanted to hear other people's perspectives and shit. And I could have done it with my friends and stuff, because we're thinking about doing something like a Mike and Mike in the morning, but with MMA.
Okay.
But but I was like, you know what? I'd rather, just fucking do my own. I wanted to do something kind of like Joe Rogan, but my own version of it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I jumped into comedy and was like, fucking, let's do this. But that other option's still there. I just feel like it would be better if I had, showed that I could do more things than just one thing. I think it's good to have multiple skills. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
comedy, to me, comedy was like, once I got on stage, I was like, oh, this makes sense. Like, I should be on stage telling jokes too, because this is fun. Like, I enjoy getting a laugh. I enjoy the buzz afterwards, and then then going to the next stage and just fucking having fun up there. Like, to me, it's really fun. It's awesome.
It's like a drug.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
We're fucking drug addicts, dude.
I can't explain it. It's great.
It really is, though. I know people out there kind of know what we're talking about, but yeah, when you really have a good set, there's like a weird energy connection with the other people in the crowd that I don't know if it really. I'm sure
we're all in the moment. Like, we're all laughing. We're all having a good
time.
Everybody's having a good time. They're all in the moment. They're all laughing. Like, for the most part. Now, there might be some like cheesy, jokes that I might have to do to set up to a good laugh. But hey, work with me. I'm working here. This. This is comedy. Yeah, no, I tried, dude. I hate bombing, dude. It sucks so bad.
It's so fucking necessary, though, and it has to happen.
Yeah, but it sucks. Them bombs hurt.
Yeah, you'll get to a place where you don't care as much about bombing.
The green room was a big bomb for me recently because I did the green room.
That room is tough sometimes, man.
Yeah. Well, what happened was I had some friends come out, and they sit up close. So I was killing with them, and I kind of neglected the rest of the room. And
you got to do that sometimes, though. If there's like one table that loves you and everyone else is checked out, then fuck the rest of the people in that sense. You know what I mean? Just like play for those who are enjoying you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, green room is weird, man.
It's fun, though.
It's very fun.
I love that room.
I love
like
the people who run it.
Yeah.
I love the setup.
They take care of you there. That's for damn sure.
Oh, hell, dude.
They pay their comics.
They pay their fucking comics, and there's always an audience. I've had the weirdest sets there. Yeah. Like back in like February, I closed out the room and had I call this a complete set where there was no lulls.
Yeah.
I just crushed for like 30 minutes, and I was like, damn, this was like.
I've
arrived. No, wait for it though. And then ever since then, I've never been able to recapture that. I've had some fucking just terrible sets there, where I didn't bomb the whole time, but it was work. It was just
they're a high audience, man. They're stoned. They're smoking dabs. They're fucking smoking joints. I understand. I'm like, their laughter. They can keep their laughter at their table if they want to, as long as I see a smile. If I see a smile, then I'm like, okay, I'm okay.
It's one of those rooms where you feel like you did badly.
That's how bad my delusion is. I'm just looking for smiles.
You ever have these sets in rooms like that where you feel like it went horrible, then afterward everyone's like, great job, good set, and they're like, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, you could have showed me that in some form of laughing or acknowledgement. Now I'm great after I went on stage and ate shit. They're stoned as fuck in there, though.
They are, dude. I like to get high too, though. So to me, that's the challenge too. Like getting really stoned and then going on stage and dealing with that like anxiety. Like, dude, how do you because weed gives me a little anxiety, and I like that. I like that little nervous tick because sometimes I lose that on stage. Especially if I'm getting to where it's getting repetitive. That makes sense. But when it gets repetitive, I just get to where I get bored.
I feel like once you've been doing comedy a while, you never stop getting nervous.
Yeah.
But it's only in certain spots. So it's just like any fucking open mic or a room I'm familiar with, I'm not getting nervous. But if I'm at a comedy club and there's 400 people there, and it's for someone that matters might be watching, I get nervous for sure.
Yeah.
Like kind of like old school nervous, like back in the day where I was like, fuck. Once I'm up there, since I know what I'm doing, it kind of goes away. But I feel like you can channel nervous energy. Like it's kind of important to have sometimes. Because if you're just like, you feel nothing, it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
Are you even enjoying this? But yeah, you can channel it, and it comes at different moments for me now. Like when I was opening for Joey Diaz, and this is years ago, so I feel like I've come such a long way since these sets anyway. I was at a point where I was doing shows and I wasn't getting that nervous. When I opened for Joey Diaz, I felt like almost nauseous. I was so nervous because I'm like, there's 500 people here, fucking wild animals in the audience,
Diaz,
and I'm the opener. I'm the first fucking comic that they're gonna see, and I would go up, and I did well, but I was just like, fuck, dude, like this. I've never been like that. That's the most nervous I'd ever been at any point besides like super early, like few months in.
Would you say like was the coolest person to open for that you've done? Or was there ever like a real because Joey Diaz is a big fan.
It's him for sure because of the setting too.
Yeah, that's dope.
Doug Stanhope was my favorite of all time though. Like he's my goat. He's when it comes to how wildly
worked with him. Yeah,
how respected he is, to how funny he is, to how nice of a guy he is. No one else has that trifecta. No one else has the respect, the funny, and being that nice of a person all packaged into one guy. So to me, he's the best when it comes to all those things. Like, he's insanely respected. Like, since like I know him personally because I'm from Tucson and he would just come around all the time and invite us over to his house and stuff. You can meet, like, even Joey Diaz, for example, like, looks up to Doug Stanhope. Like, he, like, looks at Stanhope as, like, his fucking, like, elder and his, even though he's older than Doug Stanhope, he like, absolutely, like, sees him as, like, you know, someone that's high and above him.
Oh, it's because talents, man. I mean, talent speaks for itself, you know.
Yeah,
it's
and
crazy,
also, like, Stanhope started, like, it didn't take him long, and it was a different time, but I think he was like 4 or 5 years into comedy where he won like the San Francisco Comedy Festival or something like that, where it took him a few years. Like, he was headlining within 5 years, like, where he was like a monster.
Yeah.
Just a special person.
I will tell you, Joey Diaz did movies, though. That's pretty cool. You know, movies are fun, man. Would you want to do a movie? I'd like to do a movie. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, but it's not something I'm going to chase.
No, of course not. That's something that after you've already been established. Like, hey, you want to do a movie? Fuck it, I'll do a fucking movie.
Apparently Austin's becoming more of a landing spot for acting. I don't know how big it's becoming. Yeah. And there's been some big movies filmed in Austin and around Texas in this area, but I don't know if it's ever going to be like I follow a couple things on Instagram.
There are some cool documentaries about Lady Bird Lake Killer.
I auditioned for a Best Buy commercial like a year ago here in Austin. And
Did you get on?
No, I didn't get it. But there's an Instagram I follow, and they send out casting calls all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'll dabble in it, and sometimes it pays really good, so it's like that's a perk, you know.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, I'll send you the Instagram.
Yeah, I think I should.
Because they're always looking for people.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Just jump on stage and just do improv. It's improv, isn't it? I mean, that's pretty much
not
what it
real.
is.
No, there's hell no.
Well, you do
there's
the ant
script.
sauce. Ant sauce is kind of like the deal that you're in.
Yeah.
And
no,
to me,
but a lot of
pretty
these
dope.
are like really heavily scripted. Like you say this, and they look at your hands. I didn't know this. I had to send photos of my fucking hands, and there's some woman who I know really well who was big into acting. Like, she lived in L.A. and New York and worked for Letterman and shit. And she explained to me, she's like, they're gonna need photos of your hands. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I looked into it, and that's like that's a straight, like, standardized thing where they need to see your hands. I'm just like, weird.
I'm gonna show them my hands, but I'm gonna put my dick right between it.
Yeah, after you jerk one out, you know.
So double put hands and then dick right there.
Right.
Hard, rock hard, fucking ready to come.
Do you know Ty Wynn?
Yes.
He's like
love that dude.
Me too. He's one of my favorites. He's doing a movie right now.
Yeah, he fucking deserves it. He's a bad motherfucker.
He's filming a movie with no script.
Have you seen his Bucky's fucking video? Dude, fucking Ty fucking win for the win. Hell yeah. Fuck with that dude.
Yeah,
I love the spot. Like, dude, that's so awesome.
He's doing a movie right now that has like a loose script, but there's no lines or any real dialogue, and it's all improvised. So it's like, this is where it's going to be filmed and what it's about, but just make it up. I think that's awesome.
They're having fun. They're like, fuck it, let's just do our own thing. That's the thing about Texas. Like, Houston has a big fucking market of rap that people don't realize, and they did their own thing, UGK and all that things. Now I'm looking into them and realizing that it wasn't all perfect, but hey, it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Sometimes you just got to compromise. And that's with any relationship. That's any business you're in. Comedy essentially is still a fucking business. There's still going to be gatekeeping. There's still going to be favorites. There's still going to be deals made and all that shit. Just make it, it's like, dude, who gives a fuck? Are you funny? Are you a funny comic or are you not? That's the most important thing.
It's the most important thing, and it's the hardest thing to get to.
That's the most important thing.
Right.
Yeah, but apparently that don't matter, but it does. There's people that are looking for it. there's a reason numbers are dropping. The Fighter and the Kid went from doing really great, and now it's not. Now is it still going? Who knows? I mean, I think they're still putting out every once in a while. Like,
I feel like there's a couple comics I've talked to, but I feel like for every comedians or people that attempt to participate in open mics decide, all right, this is too tough. I don't have what it takes. They're replaced by another 5 more. Like,
Yeah.
But I feel like at some point, Austin is going to kind of exercise
You don't want to get booed
itself.
off an arena stage, dude. Could you imagine that story?
So check this out.
That'd make a good podcast interview.
I'm not going to say this person's name,
Yeah.
but so they did Kill Tony twice at Skankfest. They did it Wednesday before the real kickoff of Skankfest at some MGM Grand Theater or arena, whatever it was.
Shout out to that rig bucket.
So I know there was a comic that got pulled from Tucson who started at my open mic, if I remember correctly, or it was one of her first times ever on stage was my open mic circa 2019, 2020, apparently got absolutely booed. Yeah. And it was the only female of the night. And I don't want to say her name because she's a sweet person and can be funny and is, Kill Tony's not a good measurement of how funny somebody is, believe it or not. No. So that happened to them. But then they did another Kill Tony fucking randomly. So I'm hanging out with Rob, and he's like, come backstage. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He runs out and gets me. And they do a pop-up Kill Tony that nobody knew about. I'm not making this up. There was maybe 30 signups, dude.
Really?
30 signups.
Damn.
I didn't get picked. But then I can say this now because, no one listens to this at the level where it's going to matter. Because they're like, don't tell anyone this is happening, blah. They wanted to keep it on wraps. It'll be out in a few weeks, I think. Apparently, I didn't see this. Ari Shaffir took a shit on stage. Like, literally pulled his pants down and shit into, like, a bag or something, and then, like, threw it.
I hope he caught it on fire, then stomped it out with his face.
I don't know if these details are accurate.
That would explain why his fucking face looks the way it does. Dude, right. It's so awesome. What is he doing? Like, he's doing half-face? What are you doing, dude?
The story isn't over. So, apparently, he shit into this bag and then threw it at the crowd, and everyone cleared the room, and the audience ran out screaming. Yeah. And Uncle Laser literally threw up. Apparently someone said that Uncle Laser ran by them throwing up because of the smell of his shit. And then they come out and they're like, show's over, Ari shit. And I was like, what do you mean Ari shit? They're like, he took a shit on stage. So I don't know if there was going to be any more bucket pulls or not, but that put a fucking end to it.
That's funny.
I mean, it's Skankfest.
To me, that's what you do at Skankfest, though.
Yeah, I think it's a dumb thing to do, but it's
I think there should be a place for a pervert show to exist.
The fact that it's stupid is the reason he did it and why he should do it at Skankfest. So it's like, if you're going to do it anywhere,
I mean,
are you going to sign up Monday?
Hell yeah.
I'll be there.
Dude, it's a 2-show deal. I got to do a double.
Are they doing 2?
Yeah, it's a double.
What the fuck? What time is the first one?
I think 3, and then the same time in the second one.
Oh, my God. I was supposed to fucking do delivery marathons on Monday and sign up for 1.
Looks like you're about to sign up for 2.
I'll sign up for 2.
I wasn't going to, but I'm waiting. I was going to wait till the HEB arena because I want to do an arena, and I think that's when it'll be good for me to go on. Yeah. But I don't mind doing it if it's going to be a 2-a-days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like you see the way I'm talking. I'm trying to.
You have to justify it somehow. You got to convince
I'm trying
yourself.
to keep it together, man. I'm trying to keep it together, Ali. I'm like ready for this shit to happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude, I'm tired of it. Like, I don't mind doing open mics, but I'm kind of there with you. Like, dude, I want to do more shows. I want to get booked.
Dude, I'm so fucking
you know
like. You're telling me, man. I'm so ready just to actually like start getting.
I'm thinking about producing again, like, cause
why not? I'm thinking about producing again, but like, if I can get this tour thrown together that I'm trying to get set in stone. As you see right there, I have a speaker right there.
Yeah.
That thing works great. I have all the cables. I have multiple microphones. I have the stand, everything. I'm not good at producing, and I'm not good at the business side of every time I want to do a show, like, they don't want to pay shit. But then I'm not even mad at them because, like, what do I have to offer this place of business to where they should be paying me this amount of money? And then, so I'm trying to do, like, free shows where people tip the comics and people get a flat rate, guaranteed amount of money, and then if we get more tips, there's more money on top of it. But even with that, it is difficult. So shout out to the Josh Castros of the world. Of who else is out there? There's a few people out there. Yeah. Jack Shoots from fucking San Marcos.
Eddie Lursa, he puts on a couple shows.
Eddie Lursa.
Yeah. There's guys that do it downtown that do it. Michael Hines, they're not. I don't know if these guys are getting paid or not.
Eddie's never booked me, but that's fine.
Hey, book Ali Musa. Y'all need to book fucking Ali Musa. He's funny. He buries headliner sometimes.
Need to be booked by everybody, but
it happens. Make him the headliner. That's the thing. Like, give a motherfucker a chance out here. Dude.
Well, a lot of people. I mean, this is not even me bragging, but some people, and they have every right to feel this. And I forget the comment, but one person even came up to me. So when I do open,
that's why I think a one-man show makes sense.
So when I do open mics, 90% of the time I'm trying new stuff and I don't give a fuck if I bomb. Yeah. Even if the crowd is hot and I know I can get them, I'm like, I'm doing all these new half-assed premises, and it is what it is. And sometimes I'll bomb. So there was a comic that just saw me at Anderson Mill and Challenge Mike and Kick Butt Coffee. And then one night they came to like a real show, and I fucking hit them with like real shit. And they're like, I didn't know you were like that. And I was like, because you watched me go to Anderson Mill and talk about something that happened 2 days ago. It's like I have a real act that I have and shit. So
now you can surprise people out here. No, Anderson Mill, you kill, dude. To me, that's why that room is so important, because that room is like special, dude. There's something special in that fucking room.
I haven't been able to do it as much because I was working at Maggie's for a while, and then every fucking Tuesday I was booked on something. So like I've done Anderson Mill one time since like July, which is crazy because I remember at one point I went like 7 months without missing a Tuesday at Anderson Mill. I was there every fucking week. Bomb or kill or indifferent or whatever. I never missed it.
I'm kind of that way with it now. Of course.
It took you a while to get over that. I was happy when you started showing up.
Yeah, it took me a while because I was so focused on downtown, man. Like when I first got here,
downtown,
I just wanted to be down.
I don't mean that entirely, but I mean fuck downtown in regard to if that's all where your chips are and that's all you think Austin is.
Downtown just so I'd hope they see me fucking running by their fucking mirrors. I would be an asshole out there jogging, trying to fucking get all the attention I could get. Like, dude, I'm here, motherfucker. Let's party.
Yeah,
and then I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Let me go fucking north. Apparently, the north likes to party.
Yeah. There's plenty of stage time. There's plenty of opportunities. It's just like you just gotta navigate it and figure it out.
Once I start getting a fucking job and actually get to work again. I need to get a job, man.
Telling me, dude.
Guys, if you know anybody that's hiring that wants a really lazy employee that likes doing drugs, hit me up. I like to chill. I like to smoke weed. I like to talk. I'm a very good conversations. We'll have a good laugh. We'll laugh all the time. Let's play golf. You down to play golf? I'm down to do that. I will be late. I'm not going to I don't give a fuck, okay?
That's why that job at Maggie's was so essential because they wouldn't. I told them I can't work Fridays and Saturday nights because I'm like, for as far as trying to become a working comedian, that's the death to a person really pursuing comedy that's getting booked. Friday and Saturday nights have to be open. They were cool with it. And then I would work there like 30 hours a week and get to go on stage several times a night while working. Yeah. So everyone was telling me, well, now because I had to apply and do all these courses for certification that you needed in order to work at bars. They're like, well, you have that now. Now go apply at other bars. I'm like, you don't understand. Other bars are not going to be that lenient. Yeah. They're going to want me to work at peak hours of Friday and Saturday nights. Did you like Maggie Mays?
Was that fun?
Yeah, because it paid well and I got to do fucking comedy. No job is going to be, heaven. So like as far as the pay to what I was able to do, it was ideal. Yeah. So hopefully they open up again and they fucking rehire me.
You could definitely be in the mothership. Like that would be a great position for you.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't want to work there necessarily.
Really?
I would take it 10 times out of 10 times, but I just want to be passed because especially now where I'm trying to hit the road and I bought all these stickers.
I think you could still do that and work there because I bet they'd be super open to your schedule. I think Jolly does that.
That's true. Yeah, so well, now that you mention him,
I think you could do it, man. Like to me,
I've done the open mic like 13 fucking times and they won't pass me. So I'm not here to complain. I'm just here to state what has happened and where I'm at with it. So
shout out Ty Rivera.
I'm done.
I don't know, man. Everybody, I know Ty Rivera's a fucking controversial. He's a controversial guy. Yeah. But that motherfucker makes some points, and I'm like, let me see here. You know what?
I'm sure Hitler was right about a couple of things too. I'm kidding. He makes good points. I mean, it is what it is. It's the premier comedy club of the fucking city. It has the biggest and best crowds. Yeah. Ideally for myself, if I could get past there and just get spots, that would be fucking fire. I respect a lot of the people that work there. I like Joe Rogan. I think it's a great room, but I'm done. At least in my own head, caring.
You need to watch his special and tell me what you think about it.
For sure. I'm done in my own head.
We'll have that conversation
putting
off the
forth
pod.
energy and just draining myself wanting to get approved by them. If one person is responsible for evaluating my comedy.
Especially when Dave Chappelle opened up a club.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, if we're chasing somebody's fucking...
and Cap City's fucking with me right now, so I'm so if I can get work there and then
the Comedy Store exists, New York still exists, so it's
people act like the Mothership's the only fucking club in the world. I was like, Mothership's been here since 2023. That's like yesterday. Like, there's already so much opportunity in comedy out there. I mean, sign up, if you get past, God bless you, that's amazing. But like I had to talk myself out of and stop obsessing over it. Because for a while, I was having really good sets in that room, and I'm like, what is it? What else do they want from me besides crushing in a fucking room?
Yeah. Do I need to like pull a woman up here and fuck her in front of you guys? Or
no
something?
shit.
Like, what do you want me to do? Yeah.
So I've done as good as I can probably do in that room for 3 minutes in front of who needs to see it. And if that's not good enough, then you know what? It is what it is. I'll continue just to grind and write and get on stage elsewhere, so.
Nah, man, fuck it. People are just, I don't know, man. It's fun. The comedy here, if you're a new comedian and you're coming to Austin to cut your teeth, it's definitely the spot to do it. I will say that. I don't like that you're here, but I will tell you it's great. It's great because you get all the stage time you want. You can.
But do you?
Yeah, you do, man. Like downtown, especially now that they're doing the.
You can slave away at open mics, and if you're new, that's what you have to do.
This is a comedy college, dude. Like I'm telling you, Austin is the hyperbolic time chamber for fucking comedy right now, dude. It's crazy. Like if you're a Dragon Ball Z guy. It is the hyperbolic time chamber of comedy. Like, because you can do off the cuff and become a killer. Because that's just like shooters. They started doing shit like shooters, man, downtown. So it's like, now, of course, that depends on the comedian, whether they're funny or not, whether they can make that funny. But, I mean, it helps. Those are things that can help you become a better comedian is riffing, just off the top of the dome. You learn that with Casey Rocket that's the reason he is the way he is, because he's not afraid to just improvise. You have to be able to improvise on stage, and that's a lot of your favorite comedians do that.
I mean, absolutely.
Austin kind of teaches you that.
It's something you can get better at, but sometimes you kind of have that or you don't as well, though. You can. It's something that you can get. It's like in basketball. I'm a huge sports guy. Sometimes you just suck at defense. Yeah, you can work hard and you can improve. Like Carmelo Anthony's never going to be first team all defensive NBA, no matter how fucking hard he tries. And other people, they can't score 10 points if their life depended on it, but they're going to lock you the fuck down with their defensive ability. So like, there's so many correlations of comedy to sports. Just like when you have a bad set or you have a few bad sets, I'm like, sometimes good teams go on a losing streak. Other times you might average 16 points a game, but you went off for 42 last night. That happens as well. So sometimes people crush a set and then they don't get that again and they think that it's not. It's like, no, you played out of your mind that night. Like, you're not that good. Like, that just happened. I do this often myself where I crush like a headlining spot. I'm not going to crush every headlining spot all the time. That's just, you played above your average.
It happens.
Bad nights are going to happen.
Yeah. You try to have no bad nights, but they
that's
do
why
happen.
consistency.
They do happen. Yeah,
consistency. I want to average 20 points a game.
I'm not trying to average. That's where AI has a heart. That's where we have to compete with AI. Because AI can give you 100% consistency.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can give you 100%, dude. And that's the scary part. But the thing about AI is, yes, it can give you 100% consistency, but that's only temperamental, because eventually people evolve. We evolve. AI is not going to give you a new fucking idea. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to give you a new idea.
It's all human-based fucking thinking anyway.
No.
It's just it's a superhuman brain of technological ability, but it's not inventing anything that humans didn't come up with first. It's just being very precise about it and perfecting it. I think that's a good spot to stop, though. We're at 80 minutes.
Oh yeah, dude.
Where can people find you?
Oh man, they can find me on Instagram at Tony Cruz Comedy 13 _ on and then Facebook Tony Cruz, and then listen to my podcast on Spotify, Tony's Open Mic Podcast.
You pump out like 3 of those a week, don't you?
Dude, I try to, man. I try to keep it, but it's.
I've noticed you don't.
Some people are being weird about booking with me right now. It's weird. I don't know. Yeah.
I noticed you don't number them. You just release them.
I just fuck them.
Because this is number 235 for this thing.
Oh yeah.
So
I do number, like, let's say if I have somebody a repeating guest, I'll put how many times they
Right.
I'll be like number 3 with this person or number 5 or.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, I say this thing at the end of every single episode. I've said it every single time. I say, so until next time, kiddies, stay safe, stay healthy, don't be a bitch, and stay up.
Hell yeah.
Boom.